What's up, my folks? I hope everyone is doing well. Show the babies off a little bit. Some folks want to see them. All right, they're doing good. Let's talk a little bit about that because I've had some questions. You got to keep that bitch fat, guys. People are asking how they keep their dogs going and not lose pups. First of all, you don't want the pup. You want to make sure she don't have any milk fever. You don't want to let her get milk fever. You don't want to let her get infection in her milk. A lot of that you're doing with your pre and probiotics in the feed. Like, just for an example, what I usually feed my females, I feed them twice a day, once in the morning time and once in the evening. And I usually give them, I like with her, she gets 3 cups of feed, a high quality dog food, and then I add about a teaspoon of mayonnaise in there with it, 2 scrambled eggs, and my pre-probiotic, the powder kind, and then I add a little bit of water and mix it all up where it's a nice like soupy for it, and then that's what she gets in the morning, and she gets the same thing in the evening. So there's a lot of calories and a lot of fat in there. All right, and then you got your pro and prebiotics in there. Now that comes with a little scooper with that probiotics. I usually give about 1/8 of that in the feed. Now I don't give a whole lot because it'll give them diarrhea. Just enough where she's got a nice stool that's nice and smooth. It's not too hard, not too dry, you know what I mean, not too wet. It's just right where you want it. And she'll keep her milk good and clean and fresh, and puppies will do fine. If they start fading, that's probably what's going on. Is they need that acidophilus in that milk. But anyhow, they're looking good, looking great. 12 days old. We got the one bred off of Fernando and Artie. That's going to be a great litter. Right now we got some, I believe, Jess Smith, and I can't remember the other. I think we got 2 pretty good donations, and they're at the top of the list. And we've done real well with the fundraiser, getting money up. This week we're going to go ahead and send him 2,000 and try to get that out to him this week. And we're going to continue to try to keep this money coming, guys. It's really, really appreciated. I've had some disturbing things told to me that they're already trying to put scams up on this. If you do not, I'll tell you what it's under. The GoFundMe, it's under. You go to the GoFundMe, hit the search, and type in "Help Save the Working Dog Breeders," and it'll have an exclamation mark behind it. That's what it's under. My Cash App is the $ and SouthernTripleJ with a capital S, a capital T, and a capital J. That's the only accounts we're using to take money on this. All right. If you donated to somebody else scamming, that was a scam. Okay. My email is always, I've been checking my email every day. You're welcome to email me. The email be in the description box under here, and you can get my number. You can talk to me, whatever you want. I've talked to several of you guys this week. I've heard some horror stories about what's going on, all the way from people coming in. Now, look, I want to go ahead and explain this, guys. I would not let them on your property if you can help it. Okay, if they don't have a warrant, I wouldn't let them in, because all they're doing is they're scoping you out, and they're going to come back and take your animals, or or lock you up. That's what that's what it's been going on. Okay, I've heard everything from they took their dogs and spayed them, and the judge made them give them back, and because they they did it illegally, and when they got the dogs back, they were spayed, and next thing you know, the dogs are dying from infection and all that stuff. This war against these dogs. You guys got to understand, in 5 years from now, if we don't fight back and do what we're doing now, there probably won't be any of these dogs. There probably won't be any good breeders anymore. Okay? That's just the truth. And anybody that owns animals should be appalled at what's going on. I mean, really, everything from horses to dogs. I mean, they're after it. That's what the name of the game is stop any of that, and to be honest with you, man, these dogs are a big part of my life. I love it. I love breeding these dogs, and someone getting a puppy from me and calling me back in a year or two and talking about, this dog is excellent, I love him, he's great, blah, blah, blah. That is like a drug to me. It feels better than any drug I've ever done. Okay? I would never, this is my drug now. I don't care about nothing, none of that other shit. This is what gets me going. And I truly enjoy it, and I want other people to be able to enjoy it. I want them to be able to enjoy hunting with the dogs, raising the dogs, having the dogs. I don't care if it's just for your pet. You got a right to have one. And you got to know your constitutional rights. You got to know, study the Bill of Rights. I mean, that Fourth Amendment's a big thing. Understand what it means. Understand what all the amendments mean. That is your rights. And a lot of these officers, they go by feelings, especially the animal control cops. They go by their feelings. They assume something. You know what assuming something is, right? Makes an ass out of you and me. That's what assuming does. Okay? So they haven't got that in their head yet. They're giving people that shouldn't have no control over somebody control. Because if you can't go by the law, you shouldn't be practicing the law, period. And it's just crazy. But there's an agenda. They're being pushed. I wish I could download this video that I received showing where that's they were telling them how to come and take your property. Now, I had a request on this video about the forfeiture law. That forfeiture law is what we're going after, okay? They look at these animals just like a car, okay? They complain. They'll make you think that they'll humanize them to like PETA and Humane Society, all them will humanize these animals so they'll get donations from grandmas with cats, but then they take and execute them like they're a piece of trash. And all your hard work is dead. Just understand that. And, like I tell you guys, my email is always open, and I'll send you my phone number. You can call me anytime if you got any questions about things. I've been on the phone constantly. I've talked to people all the way from California to the islands about this stuff. But this is a big deal, and I appreciate everyone that's put in. Some of you guys saying, will hit me on a text talking about, well, I was only able to give a few bucks. But hey, man, it's all appreciated. We thank you very, very much, every one of y'all. Joe's got the raffle tickets. He's going to be raffling off that pup. It's a nice little male puppy off a bird dog and his dog Easy. That's a family of his dogs. He's had a long time. Those dogs bring a lot to the table. They cross with just about everything. They're great animals, and that'll make a huge asset to somebody's yard. So you guys go ahead and try to get you one. He's only selling 25 tickets. There's a good chance you'll win. That's not bad. I mean, especially if you bought several, your odds will go up. But understand that it is all going to the attorney fees. This week we're going to go ahead and send him a check, and hopefully we can keep doing this every week until we get him paid up where we can go for this. And we're going to continue doing this, okay? We're going to continue going after these unconstitutional laws because they're wrong. Just like the state of Alabama, the DNR, they can come on your property if they suspect a crime has been committed. Well, you can suspect all you want, but if nothing's happening, what gives them the right to do it? But that's just the law in Alabama. But other states, I mean, they have to have a real reason to come in there, okay? That's why a lot of these, they'll use the Game and Fish Commission because they can pretty much go in anywhere they want, which that's fine to look, but just because that game warrant comes on there doesn't mean that dog catcher is going to come on there. You understand? If they don't have a warrant, don't let them on your property because their game plan is to come on there, see where everything is, and come back and get a number, how many crates they need or whatever, and then they're going to come back and take them and probably lock you up just for breeding your dogs. When this is my drug, I don't do drugs. This is what makes me happy. When I get calls from you guys that's had these dogs and you call back and y'all tell me, man, this is the best dog I ever had. I love this dog. This dog's great. That is my drug. That's what makes me feel good. That's my pursuit of happiness. You understand what I'm saying? This is what does it for me. This is what blows my skirt up. So we all got different things we like to do. I enjoy making people happy. I enjoy being able to offer something to somebody that they really, really enjoy and give them a fair price for it. And that's what I like to do. And that's just what I'm going to continue to do. And I want to, you guys understand, if we don't fight, no one will be able to do this. Y'all think I'm fucking around. When they come to you, you'll see. Okay? It doesn't matter. Like I used to feel like I don't do nothing wrong. I don't have nothing to worry about. Yes, you do. It doesn't matter. It does not make a damn bit of difference now. They don't care because they assume they make an ass out of you and me. is what they do. Okay. But you know, it's a terrible thing that they've been running scams on this and trying to profit off of this. But you guys got to understand there's only 2 accounts that we're using. And if you need them wrote out, they're going to be in the description underneath this video. I'm going to put the way to contact Joe. It's through his wife. It'll be under Tracy's email. You can email her. She'll give you the number. You can contact Joe and get you a ticket or as many tickets as you want. And for that raffle, we're still trying to figure out when it's going to be. It'll probably be in July sometime when he pulls that raffle. But that's a hell of a deal. And right now we got a couple pretty nice deposit donations on the Fernando El Toro Artie dog. We got them locked up a few times. We had a couple good breedings with her, so I'm expecting a pretty decent litter out of her. Then we're going to be some excellent little dogs. We got some great breedings lined up this year. We got, you know, these right here coming out. We got another litter off of Rusty. People were asking about when I was going to do another Rusty breeding. We got some due in a couple weeks off of Rusty back to his niece again. So them are some really nice dogs. They're producing good. And then we got, you know, of course, the Don Q breeding that we're putting together off the frozen stuff, off that Don Q stuff. That's going to be a real nice breeding, you know. So we're really got some good stuff in the works here. So y'all keep up with it. I mean, if you want to get any of those dogs, you just get in touch with me. Like I said, it's easier to email me with questions and doing on the comments, because I try to go back in the comments, but I don't, you know what I mean? There's only so much time in the day. These dogs take a lot of my time, you know. And as far as keeping these dogs alive in the summer, you got to keep them in a climate controlled environment. If it's just too damn hot, they're not going to take care of them, you know. They'll neglect them because, you know, look how they just crawl all over, you know. Imagine it being 110 in a box, you know, and then puppies all over. She just walk away from them, you know, and ignore them. That's just nature. That's all it is. She can't die over taking care of her pups, and they know that. But anyhow, I hope all you guys are doing well. We're going to try to get another video up and let Joe talk about what happened in the courtroom a little bit, and let you guys understand the kind of attorney that we have, what we have working with us. We have a real team going on here, and they are very, very good, and they know what they're doing, and they are not playing any games. See, the problem with a lot of these attorneys is somebody will get in something like this, and, you know, they'll have a case. They can sue. They know that the groups could be sued. So what happens is those groups have tons of money behind them. They're a money machine. They pay the attorneys off. That's what they're doing. They're paying the attorneys off not to pursue it, and they're talking to people in well, let's just take this deal or whatever. And your attorney's secretly taking money, and the next time you see him, he's driving a fucking Bentley. You know what I mean? Because they didn't want to get sued. Because every time they break one of those amendments, one of your rights, that's $1 million. Okay, they break 3 or 4 of them amendments on you with you know your amendment, especially that 4th Amendment. Understand what that 4th Amendment means. That's what their big one is. You know, that's in, and then there's the trial, the way they have these set up. Okay, this was questioned to me. When you have a forfeit of assets trial, okay, hearing, that's going to come way before your trial date, where you cannot prove that you're innocent. By the time you do prove you're innocent, your dogs have been put down. They've been executed. All right, that's the game plan. They don't care if they got to pay you a little money. Like I told you, they got a money machine behind them. But if we all start getting, every time, I know of 3 cases right now that they could probably sue these son of bitches for $2 or $3 million each. Right now, I know one in South Carolina that they did this man so dirty it wasn't even funny, and he didn't do nothing wrong. And he tried to show them, you know, he had a hog trap set up with hogs in it at the time, trying to. They didn't want to see it. We know what you're doing with these dogs. They assume, they speculate. So that's all they got to do. That's not what the law's about. You can't speculate something and arrest somebody and take his property and then butcher it up. You know, that's not right. And we got to stand up, or like I said, there won't be no more of these dogs. There just will not. I don't care if you're breeding poodles, though, you should be on board with this. Any kind of working dog, you should definitely be on board with us. But you guys, we really appreciate all the donations. I do, man. We love you guys, and we thank you. And it's all going to the right place. So if anybody got any questions, my email's down there. I've been checking it more than I usually do to try to get back with you guys. I'll shoot you my phone number. We can discuss things. I'm going to put Joe's wife's email under here. So if y'all were interested in the raffle, that's going to be a damn fine addition to somebody's yard. It's a male puppy. It's off, like I said, it's a bird dog and Easy, and that's a family of dogs that he's had a long time, and they're great dogs. They're like they go with everything, man. They're just a great asset to your yard. But anyway, folks, y'all take care. Y'all keep on bulldogging, and like I say, if you got any questions, please call me. Please contact me. My ears are open for you.